Hello and welcome. I was really hoping the back cover of Count Dante issue number 4 would have more of the fighters on it, but no, it's just the same thing, just kind of in grayscale. Kind of a bummer. I was really hoping we got Dude, we got Superfly. I was hoping there'd be a little bit more mojo going on here. But we got what we got, and I gotta say, the issue's pretty satisfying. We start off here. This is the fighter from the Black, or not the Black Dragon, the other fighting society whose name I literally just forgot. Thanks, brain. Thanks. I'm recording this live, dude. And so he's fighting the wrestler, and that's how we start off. Just like any movie where they fight through a tournament, the early rounds are kind of glossed over. Like not a lot happens on camera. Shaft here actually pulled out the pistol to pistol whip somebody. Good job, buddy. The guy from Kung Fu, jobbed. Count Dante beats up his opponent. Like, it's a good little sequence. And then we get to the quarterfinals. No, actually, I'm sorry. They started with quarterfinals. This will be the semifinals. You see Chuck Norris right there. And things get a little bit crazy. What do I want to flip to? You know what? We'll just go here. Now, I liked what was presented for the fights. So I want to go ahead and just state that up front. Like the stuff that they got here feels a lot like how you would shoot the scene if it was a movie. Which is this actually a pitch for a movie or something? Because a lot of comic books seem to be pitches for movies. I don't know. But Chuck Norris got smacked in the face. He retaliates. The block, like it gets dodged. He gets kicked again. I could hear the rib cracks. Like the announcer dudes are great in this, by the way. They don't really follow what's going on, but they're doing a pretty good time. At one point, they're talking like, how long is this tournament going to go on? Like, can't go over our 10 o'clock programming because the like Bikini Wrestling League or whatever is our highest rated program. It's like, oh boy, because it's being broadcast local in the Chicago area. So the tournament feels pretty good. Like if you've ever seen Bloodsport, great movie by the way, like 9 out of 10, maybe 10 out of 10. I don't know. I got to think about Bloodsport for a second before I like rate it for real. But like if you watch Bloodsport or any kind of movie like that, like another Jean Claude Van Damme movie, I think they redid the same plot as Bloodsport. They just called it The Quest. Like there's definitely like the martial art tournament movies, and a lot of the early fights go quick. Then they get more serious as you approach the final. Well, as we're getting there, we got some serious stuff going on, and it's well done. It feels visceral. People look a lot like who they're supposed to look like, which is pretty good. I don't know if Chuck Norris actually signed off on this book or not, but he is like a very public person. He was a movie star. He was active in this time period. They reference all that in here, and it's good stuff. It is really good stuff. I wish the fights were a little longer. They seem to go by just a little too quickly for me. And the second fight, oh, seriously, what's happening? They're doing that thing where two martial arts masters face off at each other and neither of them move. They just stare each other down to determine who's going to be the winner. Like that's how Count Dante's second fight goes, which is kind of funny because the commentators are just utterly baffled by this. The guy who's being not the one who's being interviewed, the interviewer is completely dubious about this whole affair. He's like, "Yeah, right. You know, none of that works, right? These guys aren't. There's no such thing as telepathy. You can't fight in your mind against somebody in their mind." He's like, "Yes, you can. It's called a hush fight. Now, shut up." So, goofy stuff like that is treated by our the person telling the story as being completely true, whereas everybody else is dubious. That's a way better way to treat it than like they like to do in a lot of books where everything comes off as a joke. Or not just books, like movies and stuff. You can't treat anything seriously, even if it's hokey. Or, well, especially if it's hokey. But here, like, the hokey is treated seriously. And that lends it, like, a little bit of fun, a little bit of gravitas. It helps you take it seriously. And a lot of fun. I wish the fights were a little longer. You could have just made a book of like Chuck Norris fighting somebody for 20 pages, and I would have paid you $4.99 for it. Like, each of those fights could have been a book. I would have bought them. And I'd have been like, oh, this fight's so cool, this fight's so cool, for the whole duration of it, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I had a blast with Count Dante issue number 4. After reading issue number 3, it's exactly what I expected to see in issue number 4. This series is a killer. It's a jam. You all take care of yourselves. Have a great one. Bye-bye.